Hey, what's up? It's 6Talio. Today I'm going to be showing you how to repair water damage on any phone, but today's going to be the iPhone 4. So this iPhone 4 actually went through the washer. No, it's not mine. That would really suck, because it's a $680 phone if it was mine. But no, this is just a stupid AT&T one. It was 1 month old. The guy said he took a shower and then right afterwards he did laundry, and he said he guessed it was in his pocket. So yeah, so I went for a swim and a little scrub-a-dub-dub in the tub. So yeah, and what I'm going to be using to clean this is just regular rubbing alcohol. You can just pick it up at any Walmart. Any rubbing alcohol should work just fine, just as long as it doesn't have any acids other than just alcohol. No, that was kind of fucked up. So what I'm going to be using to clean it with the alcohol is just a regular toothbrush. This is just an old one, so I don't really care. And I'm just going to show you the parts that have corrosion actually. Little camera connector, the LCD connection, and not really much on these little three connectors right here, but I need to drink some water. But I'm going to clean those anyway. And then just underneath these little shields. Before anything, you just want to obviously disassemble the phone completely. Also, this front assembly may need to be replaced, as there's a lot of corrosion just on the LCD cable right there. But there's these little shields here, and here. You will not be able to remove this top one right here because it is soldered to the board. Unless of course you want to do micro soldering, but that's up to you. I don't do that. And yeah, the way to remove these little shields, you got to be really careful with it. You can use any little flat tool like a flathead screwdriver. I recommend using a X-Acto knife, and they actually work pretty good because they're really sharp and shit. But yeah, enough talking. Let's get right into it. So pretty much I'm just gonna dip the toothbrush in the alcohol, and this is an electric one, and I'm simply just gonna lightly go over the connectors. And of course underneath the shield. Go over the battery connection. Pretty much anything that connects to anything at all, you're gonna want to go over. The reason you want to go over it lightly is because there's a lot of tiny little resistors all over the motherboard. And even with the toothbrush, even if the bristles are soft, you can actually knock a few of those little tiny resistors off the board, permanently damaging the motherboard. And yeah, I guess you just gotta try your luck out at Apple. See if they'll swap it out after putting it back together. Now, what's interesting about this iPhone is that he told me that when I went through the washer, the back glass plate I just completely shattered and went everywhere. And there was glass all over his clothes and everything. But what's surprising is the front is perfect. It's perfectly fine. Which is interesting. It's the same material. Or maybe not. That was just proven. Okay. Let's go to the other side. Oh, and there's the A4 chip. this method is not by any means guaranteed to work at all. It's just more of a by chance. And just so you know, the whole thing with putting your phone in rice does absolutely nothing at all. It doesn't dry your phone out. It doesn't suck the water out like people say it does. All it does, throat's really fucked up. All it does is just suspend your phone, and maybe some water drips out, maybe, and then, well, of course, the rice soaks it up. But it doesn't suck water out. It doesn't dry it out or anything. Corrosion still builds up. I've had numerous people come to me for water damage repair, and they said, "Oh well, I suspended it in rice 3 months ago, and it worked just fine, and now it just stopped and whatever." And yeah, and the reason for that is because corrosion kept building up from the liquid damage, and it ended up actually eating some components away on the motherboard. The corrosion is just like rust. It eats away at the components. And yeah, so rice does not work at all, and I do not recommend it. If you have your phone water damaged or liquid damaged, if you do not know how to disassemble and basic disassembly for cellular devices, I highly recommend going to someone who actually knows how to do that. If they don't know how to do water damage repair, then maybe just show them this video. But yeah, normally I use an ultrasonic cleaner, but yeah, I don't have one of those with me. So let's see. And after you finish going over the board with your toothbrush or whatever kind of brush you're using or whatever, take an X-Acto knife or something with a flat surface. Again, the X-Acto knife has a really thin blade on it, and really carefully just go over the connectors really lightly. What this is going to do is get most of whatever remaining corrosion is still on those connectors. Now you don't want to go hard, too hard on it, but you don't want to go too soft, right? Just like that. You just want to kind of scratch it, but not really scratch it. Do that with all the little connectors. Also, another way to tell if a connector is completely fried, there's a lot of little black arcing. What that means is just little black spots, just really, really black spots on the connectors. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's fried, but it does mean that some parts of it did fry. And again, I'm just going to stress being really careful when you do this, because if you cut off something off the motherboard, more than about 99.9% of the time you will not be able to fix it, just because micro soldering is a bitch. Okay, and also with components, like the LCD cable right here, just do the exact same thing. I may actually have to disassemble the back of the LCD. You can actually disassemble half of the LCD. I found out, which was actually kind of interesting. I'll actually go ahead and show you that in a second. There's also a good way to fix liquid getting underneath your screen. So when you get a screen protector installed or something and a bunch of liquid gets under your screen, okay. More than likely this front assembly is going to need to be replaced. But other than that, I'll probably end up just replacing it and then using this when I go warranty an iPhone out or something. Because, well, it looks perfect. It looks brand new. Okay. I don't recommend actually doing this, but I've not seen this turned on at all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, with my X-Acto knife, just lightly, very carefully, pop up the LCD back plate. Don't do this unless you absolutely have to. If you get liquid stuck underneath here, that's the only reason you really want to do this. Also, be really cautious of the second cable connected to your LCD. If you look at your LCD, it's LCD cable, just this little guy right here. There's two cables. One is the main one is this tiny little one. Make sure you do not break that one. And as you can see, there is liquid underneath there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to separate these, and I'm just going to simply dry it out. I'm just going to use these winter glove things to kind of dry it off that way. And don't worry if these come off, you could just place them back in there. All dry. Yeah, fingerprints. Just to kind of remember the order they go in. Like I said, I do not recommend this if you don't really even know what you're doing at all. Okay, now that we got those for the most part dry, let's go ahead and just put them back in there. Just gonna shake them off while you're putting them in there, and just you don't have to place them in there perfectly. You just have to place them in there so they're, well, decently placed. And just simply lay the LCD back down. After cleaning connectors on any phone, you want to give it at least 2 to 3 full days before reassembling the phone, and that just gives it time for the alcohol to dry. Now, the reason I use alcohol is simply because, one, it kind of loosens up all the corrosion on the board, on the connectors. 2, it dissolves quicker than any other liquid, and there's a lot of corrosion on that little guy. Don't know if you can see that. And yeah, you could use water, but I don't recommend using just water. I'm going to kind of leave that on there for a minute. Now, this camera may also need to be replaced because the damage is really bad on the connector. But luckily they're like $4 or $5, so whatever. And then I'll charge the guy like $25 to replace it. $10, yay. Anyway, other than that, I just highly recommend using any basic rubbing alcohol. If you have access to an ultrasonic cleaner or you have one, I highly recommend using that. Do not if you have a corrosion on a camera component, do not dip these in alcohol. It'll actually screw it up, and especially LCDs and LCD screens. If you submerge these in alcohol, it just screws it up, and you will have to replace that. You can find these for about, well, the front assembly you can find for about, I want to say 40 to, actually no, I got my last one for like $30. You know, from 30 to $50 for just a front or front and back assembly. Let's see, logic board. The most important part of the whole phone is the logic board, because this is the phone. But other than that, you can find most parts on eBay. If you want to just go the warranty route, just make sure your phone's clean and reassembled just fine. Replace the water marks. There's one here, underneath there, but that one's still white for some reason, which is interesting. Oh no, it went pink. Never mind. It went pink during this. And then there's one right in the headphone jack, right at the bottom of it, just to simply stick a white piece of paper under there. There is one located right here, and then one that goes over the screw that goes right here in the middle of the board. Make sure those are replaced with white ones. You could probably find those on eBay as well. And yeah, if you want to just go the warranty route, get a brand new phone, go ahead and do that if your phone has warranty. But other than that, yeah, in about 2 or 3 days I'm going to reassemble this phone, and then I'm going to do a review on it, see how it did, see if it comes back. But anyway, yeah, this was a 20-minute video. Crazy. Anyway, this is Sixtalio. If this video helped you out at all, or you have any questions, comment, rate, subscribe in the box below. Follow me on Twitter at Sixtalio. And yeah, so that's it. See ya.